Well, hello Libra, welcome to my table. My name is Toni and this is the Libra Tarot forecast for Scorpio season. And so hello to all of you who are returning subscribers. It is just always my pleasure that you return month after month after month, and I love you so much. And hi, hello, welcome to my table, all of you who are new here. As I said, my name is Toni. So we are just going to begin by creating a sacred container where we welcome in and we invite our higher selves, as well as calling upon Christed consciousness to please join us at the table. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and we disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness. And now we're going to set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We welcome in and we invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, guardians of the four corners, mother of the earth, father of the sky, and sacred ones. We call upon you. We welcome you here now. We ask you, please be present with us and please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you. All right, Libra, are you ready? Shall we begin? Before we go any further, I just want to remind you, if you could, just take a second, give me a big thumbs up, hit that like button, or even better, hit that subscribe button. That's awesome if you already have. I thank you so much, and I love you so, so much. If you want to check me out elsewhere on the web, you can find me on Instagram at Toni Summers Tarot. And if you'd like to get a private reading with me, the link to my Etsy shop is down below in the comments. So, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Are you ready, Libra? Let's begin. We're going to look at the Halloween Oracle this month to start. I'm actually kind of sad because Libra, I had already recorded you a reading and it was a really cool reading and I was very excited, and I went to upload it and Mercury retrograde struck again and it ate it. It's gone. It just doesn't exist. It's just not there. So I have blessed and protected this particular recording, and it's coming through. I just know it. You will get this reading, but man, I hate that you didn't get that last one. It was a good one. So you know what? I have faith that everything works out the way it's supposed to, and this reading is going to be even more powerful. There's a reason you didn't get it, because God was like, yeah, that's not the right message. I need to deliver the big one. So here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Messages, please, for Libra. What does Libra need to know about the energy surrounding them, the energy they are bringing to the table this Scorpio season? What is the energy Libra is dealing with most during Scorpio season? Got that one flipped up, so we will take that one. And it's my favorite card. It's actually the most ironic card in the deck, though, because though it shows my favorite bird on it, it doesn't actually tell the truth. It kind of tells a lie. This is the night song, and you see how it's got the cardinal on it. Cardinals are my favorite bird. If you know me in real life, you know that I have a very, very strong connection to cardinals, have for about 15 years now. And actually, no, really most of my life, but like very strong for the last 15 years. And so I love that this card shows up, but the irony is it says night song and it says hidden talents, and it talks about the birds that sing the night in the night. Okay, the irony is one, cardinals are not night birds. They're not night songs. They're not the birds that sing at night. And secondly, cardinals aren't even songbirds. They don't go doo 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 or anything like that. They go chirp chirp chirp. That's all they do. They just chirp. I have a nest that's in my, literally like 3 feet away from where I'm sitting right now. There's a cardinal nest, and I watch them all day long. And they come to I have a little bird feeder on my window, one of those clear ones that you stick on your window with suction cups, and you can watch the birds eat inside the little house. And so I watch my cardinals all day long. No, they don't sing. So as much as I think this is a cool card, I kind of feel like, well, I'm not sure if the author or the illustrator quite knew what they were talking about here, but that's okay. That's okay. The picture's still beautiful. Night song, hidden talents. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness full of sound, like an unopened presence, ribbon still bound. A bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence, and those birds who are known as the singers in the darkness are almost always considered sacred or even frightening. From the operatic nightingale through to the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through the night sky has captivated humans for a millennia. So It's saying that, because during this season right now, we're in the month of October, November, the veil is very thin. Okay. This is the time when the veil between the worlds are very thin, and you can kind of see into the other side a little bit. Okay. And so during this time when the veil is at the thinnest, these night birds were considered to be either omens, or they were considered to be messengers of the gods. Depending on the culture, their voices were perceived as good luck and a positive validation, or alternatively, that it was a warning about continuing on a certain pathway. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us towards discovering our talents and our true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness before the dawn. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your reading, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all the possibilities for yourself. There is no more time to waste, Libra. No more excuses. So what are the hidden talents? The thing is it's called a hidden talent because you don't know it's there. And what that means is the only way you're going to find out where are your hidden talents. What do you not know about yourself? What truth is there about yourself? Because there is truth within you about yourself, Libra, that you've never revealed. And the only way to find that out is to take the risk, to take the chance, to do something new. This is a good season to, when we talk about Scorpio season, we're talking about going into the fall, we're talking about going into the darkness. And for a lot of us, when the fall really the days get shorter, the nights get longer. This is also kind of metaphorical for, it's time for us to go into our own darkness, into our own shadow. And for a lot of us, this means going into the darker sides of ourselves and dealing with that. But there's the thing about the darkness also hides talents. It hides good things. It's not just all dark, scary things inside that darkness. There are some things that are just waiting to be discovered, and that's what this is. So you need to get out there and maybe take a few risks, try something new, be up for the challenge. You'll never know what you don't know until you try, Libra. Okay. All right. Let's look at the tarot. I just love this deck. I'm so glad we're using it. It is called the Shadowland Tarot. If you've never seen this deck before, this is a very cool deck. I actually, a long time ago when it came out on Kickstarter, actually backed it. That's how, it's been a couple years now. I love this deck. It's a great deck. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Messages, please, for Libra. What does Libra need to know about the energy surrounding them this Scorpio season? And what do they need to know about any blocks that may be coming their way or that they need to release? And how can they release them? Thank you, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. All right, card number one. What's something Libra has to look forward to? Wow, that just came flying out. You've got the Sun, Leo, popping up. Oh, look at these. These are my two favorite combo. This is literally my favorite combination in the tarot. The Sun and Temperance, Sagittarius and Leo, the two fire signs. So these are your mutable and fixed fire signs. Okay, you've got the mutable Sagittarius and the fixed Leo there. That beautiful fire wand energy. And the reason why I like this for you, Libra, is because these are your two best friends. Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra, when these three get together, are like fireworks. You've got that air, they've got that fire, and it's just combustion. When the three of you get together, it's so much fun. You have such a great time. So I love this energy when it talks about something to look forward to. Now let's talk about what does this mean. When we're talking about temperance, right there, that is actually supposed to be Archangel Michael. Okay, so this is really learning to step into your own true divine self and be led to the path of least resistance. It's taking those parts of yourself that are no longer working and literally alchemizing it, turning it, or transmuting it, turning it from hot water to cold water, or turning it from lead into gold. This is learning to take those parts of ourselves that need to be looked at and not run away from them and not be ashamed of them and not be like, oh, put them up to the closet, but learn how to transmute that energy and make it worthwhile. Make it actually, there's no such thing as an energy within you that cannot be, like we like to think of, oh, I'm being resentful, or oh, I'm being impatient, and these are negative aspects of ourselves. They're not. There's no such thing. There is no such thing as a good or a bad. There's only one truth. There's only one truth. That's God. That's love. And so, according to the principle of duality, there's always two sides to everything. But those two sides are equal to each other. Dark is equal to light. Where there is dark, there is no light. Where there is light, there is no dark. And so it's just they're equals. They're equal to each other, okay? This is what this is trying to say. You can come into yourself and find those parts of yourself that you don't like. Maybe you're resentful, maybe you're impatient, maybe you're short-tempered, maybe whatever, okay? Obviously I'm naming parts of myself I don't like. But for real, okay, so let's take impatience, okay? Say that you're impatient, because this is something I have a tendency to be. I get impatient. As I've gotten older, I've gotten much better, much better. But that's the fire sign in me. You know, I get impatient. You're an air sign, Libra. You can be impatient too. This is about learning to take that impatience and instead of being like, oh, why doesn't it happen? Learn to take it and be productive. Okay, so what can I do to be productive in the time while I wait? What can I do to move myself closer to my goal? How can I use this feeling, transmute it, and turn it into productivity? Okay, and this is really shining down on how you are enlightening your thoughts, how you are growing into a stronger version of yourself, Libra. This is taking, I mean, this really does come back to hidden talents. This is shining the light on those parts of yourself that you keep in the darkness and bringing forth the parts that you're holding back, okay? And honestly, that's kind of what a hidden talent is. It's, you know, you've always thought maybe you were somebody who's impatient, but it turns out you actually have a hidden talent of being able to cultivate something that requires patience. But you didn't know it because I'm impatient, so you never tried the skill set because this skill set would require patience. But maybe if you try the skill set, you'll discover it turns out I'm not impatient. I just hadn't learned, I hadn't had the lesson that snapped me into understanding patience. And that's what this is. This is get out there and try something new because it's going to open up those neural pathways, okay? It's going to make your brain begin to develop new pathways of understanding about yourself. And it's going to reveal to you hidden talents you did not know. Do not be afraid to get out there and try something new this season. This is a beautiful time for bringing new energy to you. I love that, Libra. Ooh, ooh. All right, what is something Libra needs to be mindful of? Look at that, just jumping 2 cards again. Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups. All right, now look, Libra. Look, how are you going to try something new if you keep convincing yourself that what happened in the past is going to continue to happen in the future? Just because it happened once doesn't mean it's going to continue to happen again. And just because you tried something once and you weren't great at it the first time doesn't mean you're not going to get better, okay? Stop living in the past. How can you move forward if you're always looking back? Okay, see how she's got her back to she's got her back to you. She's looking ahead. She is not looking to the past. She's not looking you right in the eye in the present. She's looking towards the future. She is facing the way forward or going that direction. The Queen of Wands here is. The point here is that she's moving in the direction of her desires. She's not looking back, okay? She's not letting the past hold her back. She is in alignment. This is the Queen of Wands, okay? You need to understand something. She is the queen, okay? She's a little bit of a drama queen. Hi, I am the Queen of Wands. This is Sagittarius. I know of which I speak. But the Queen of Wands is a little bit of a drama queen energy, Libra, okay? And so when we talk about being mindful that you're not being overly dramatic. Be mindful that you're not letting the past and failures and opportunities that you missed, don't let those things that didn't work out, don't let that past be the drama for why and the kingpin that keeps you from going upstream, okay? Or downstream, I should say, not upstream. Don't let the past be the kingpin that blocks you from flowing into the stream that you're meant to, okay? This is really what I'm hearing. The reason why this hidden talent hasn't been discovered, Libra, is because maybe even once upon a time in the past, you maybe even tried something that you're going to try again this season. It didn't work out. And you're like, well, damn it all. I guess I can't do it. I'm not good. I'm not ever going to do it. What if I told you that was just a step? You don't run until you crawl, right? You got to crawl, and then you got to walk, and then you can run, okay? Baby girl, you weren't even crawling yet. I mean, you were still laying on the ground waiting for somebody to pick you up that first time, okay? You hadn't even learned to crawl yet. You got to get back up and try again. I hear Aaliyah in my head. Got to pick yourself up and try again, try again. Oh, rest in power, ma'am. Rest in power. Ooh, love that girl. But for real, do not be afraid. Pick yourself up and try again, all right? This is the excuses is just, that's what they are. They're excuses. They're just keeping you from your true potential. And Libra, come on now. You're too fabulous for that. You know you're fabulous. Show yourself how fabulous you are, okay? All right. What things are going to look like at the end of Scorpio season going into Sagittarius season. What will things look like at the end of Scorpio season coming into Sagittarius? Yes, ma'am. There you are, Libra. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. And I love it when these two play together. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords are best friends. Listen, the Queen of Wands is a bit of drama queen. The Queen of Swords, she just puts her back down in her place. She's like, bitch, sit down. Stop it. You know, have y'all ever seen that meme? And it's the funniest one ever. It's like these two women, I see it on TikTok all the time. These two women are sitting in the room, and the one girl goes up to the other girl. She's like, bitch, can you believe all these bitches out here? There's these bitches. Oh, hang on, I'm doing it wrong. She's like, bitch, can you believe there's these two bitches out here? And they're talking about everybody. They're talking about everybody. And she's like, who? Who are these bitches that are talking about everybody? She's like, bitch, it's us. We're the bitches talking about everybody. That's these two. That's these two. I love these two so much. I love the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Like I said, Libra, there you are, the Queen of Swords. And here's Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands, and Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra are best friends. They really are. And this is a beautiful energy for you all the way around, just coming into the season period, because this is you being supported by your best friends. This is the energy of support for you, Libra. Okay, so what will things look like? Look at you stepping up into your higher self, Libra. You're doing the work. You're discovering stuff about yourself. You're learning these hidden talents. You're like, what? I can do that? And going into Sagittarius season, look at you standing there in your Superman pose, being all like in your true strength, in your true power, in your, you know, full expression of your highest self. Look at that. Look at you. One thing about the Queen of Swords is she is a stone cold bitch, though. Let me tell you, I love her. Just like I might be the drama queen, her downside can be the stone cold bitch. And what I mean by that is she can be a little bit, thinks she's smarter than everybody, better than everybody. And so this is really important to be aware of, okay? Because while you may be achieving your higher self, don't be thinking you're better than everybody just because you learned something, okay? This is very, very, very important. Remain humble and kind. That's a very important message here, because I think that's why this Five of Cups is between the two queens here, to remind you to stay humble and kind, okay? It's very important. Just because you know now that you are the queen, now that you have the knowledge, see how she's standing in front of those books? Share that knowledge. Share that knowledge, okay? Be humble and kind and share it. All right. So how can Libra push forward? How can Libra push forward this Scorpio season? You've got, oh my gosh, you've got so many cards. You got the King of Swords, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. So you can see that Tower right there in the middle. There is Aries showing up. Okay, so you've got all three of the sun signs here now, Leo or Libra. You've got Sagittarius, you've got Leo, and you've got Aries. These are the only major arcana on the deck, or all three of, or on the table, I should say, are the all three of the sun signs. The reason I point that out is because, first of all, the fire signs. Why am I saying sun signs? Because the sun signs is why I'm saying that. The fire signs is what I'm trying to say. The fire signs. This is really important. Two things. First of all, again, the fire signs and you get along great. You are being very strongly supported energetically, okay? There's a lot of combustion being given to you. In other words, there's a lot of spark in your thinking. It's really there to really light up your thinking and really fire it up and get you going, okay? But the other thing about the fire signs is that these are your desires, okay? So focus on your desires. Are you in path of true alignment? Because when you are focusing on your true alignment, on your true right thinking, right speaking, right actions, right? Correct? You will be divinely supported. And that's the point here. Focus on your true calling, okay? This is what it's calling you towards this season, is your true calling, okay? So now, it says, how can you push forward? So you see, here's the Tower, all right? The Tower is, you know, kind of a moment in life where life gets flipped upside down and you kind of have to start from the ground and build your way back up. But it is in the middle of the King of Swords and the Four of Wands. I do not believe this is a Tower that's coming this season, okay? Because this is how can you push forward. What this is moving beyond. You see, you've got the King of Swords and the Tower. Let me show you how I see it, like that. The King of Swords and the Tower. What that means is that you were finally, and also remember, you just got the Queen of Swords. So here you are, Libra, your true divine feminine, divine masculine self. You standing in your intuition and trusting your hunches, trusting your gut, but also letting your ego lead you and guide you, okay? This is you really coming into a higher perspective and understanding of yourself, okay? So what you need to, how you can push forward is knowing that you have now opened up the floodgate of knowledge and wisdom. The moments in your, it feels like you've gone through a pretty rough year, Libra, okay? It's been a tough year, but all these things that you've gone through were stepping stones to teach you, to lead you, to give you, honestly, bravery. Part of what I'm hearing here is that even like a year ago, if you hadn't gone through what you've been through this past year, you wouldn't be brave enough to step up and to take this challenge and you would still be holding on to the past. You would not allow the past to, you would allow the past to be the excuse for why you're not stepping into your true self, into your true authentic self, you know? And so as much as it's really sucked to gone through this past, it feels like past year or so, you've really gone through a lot of heartbreak, pain, and it's really helped you gain a higher understanding of yourself. And now look at that. There's the Four of Wands. This is being supported. And it's having the support of not just your friends and your family and your loved ones and your associates and your coworkers and things, but it's having divine support. You are being divinely supported. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods, spirit, you have an infinite supply. Remember, God is man supply, not man is man supply. God is man supply. And God has been there to help you. Spirit, source, creator. I don't care what you want to say. I'm not religious, okay? I only say God in the sense of the creator energy, okay? Not the religious energy. He wanted you kind of had to go through the tower. You had to see that you were not alone, that you were always being divinely guided and divinely supported. And that now I think you're seeing that. I think you're finally starting to get the realization that you didn't walk through that valley alone. You were divinely guided, you were divinely supported, and it was all leading you to a purpose, to a unlocking of yourself, to an unlocking of your understanding of your true potential, of what you are actually capable of, Libra. You had to walk through that fire to know how tough you are. And here you are on the other side of it, and you are so much stronger than you knew, and you are divinely supported. Do not be afraid. Take that chance. Find out what this hidden talent is. Get out there, put yourself out there, have these experiences that you wouldn't normally try. Take a risk this season, Libra. Really take a risk, because you are being divinely supported, all right? What could distract Libra from their goals this Scorpio season? What could distract Libra from their goals this Scorpio season? Three of Swords. Again, it's that broken heart energy, but it's about what happened in the past, okay? This broken heart. Okay, now listen, even if broken heart is now, like you could be literally going through a broken heart this season, Libra. That broken heart isn't who you are. It doesn't define who you are. It's just, you know, Taylor Swift said this once, and I think this is so true. Time moves differently for the brokenhearted. You know, in just an hour, you can have such a range of emotions. You can feel anger and hatred and revenge and sadness and sorrow and bliss and joy and grief and loss, all in just a few minutes. You know, that's what brokenhearted people feel, and that's kind of the energy here. You've been through a broken heart recently. I honestly do feel like this is probably part of the tower that you've been through this past year. And so while it's okay to still grieve, and while it's okay to mourn and to heal, it's not okay to let that broken heart define you, okay? In fact, I think that's the reason why this hidden talents is coming out, because you've been letting this broken heart maybe define you a little bit too much. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with grief and mourning. Oh my gosh, no. Feel what you gotta feel. But understand that's not who you are. This broken heart is not who you are. It's part of your story, but it's not who you are, okay? And I think that it's time, perhaps, to maybe start laying down those swords. You pull those swords out of your heart, lay them down, and begin to heal. And as you heal, I think these talents are what's going to lead you to healing. You know, I have a client who has been going through a pretty big broken heart for about a year now, and she's taken up something she had done as a child. She's taken back up horseback riding. She hasn't done this in like 30 years, and she's taken back up, and she has fallen in love with it all over again, and found out how much she not only loved it, but how great she is, that she's lost weight, she's regained her self-esteem. She's literally glowing. When I first met her about 6 months ago, her skin was gray. She was so sad. so brokenhearted. But she moved from that broken heart into taking risk, to trying new things, discovering these hidden talents, and allowing herself to sing in the darkness. Okay, that's what that night song is about, Libra. Singing in through the darkness. It's time to find your voice again in the dark. Okay. All right. How can Libra stay positive during Scorpio season? How can Libra stay positive? 10 of Wands. Look, these are the burdens that you've been carrying. Lay them down. It's time to literally, let me tell a story. I tell the story sometimes of my son when he was a baby, and I'm talking baby. He was 10 months old, and I'm young. I don't know much. And at this point, I'm still, he's still in a bottle, but I'm literally holding him in my arms, feeding him a bottle. But the thing you have to understand about my son is that at 10 months old, he was 30 pounds. He was a very big baby. He stopped gaining weight at 6 months old and didn't gain weight again until he was almost 3. He literally gained 30 pounds and stayed that way until he was almost 3. He just got really tall. But I was holding this giant 30-pound baby, laying down in my arms, holding this bottle to his mouth. He wasn't holding the bottle, okay? And it occurred to me, wait a minute, kid. You're like 6 weeks from being a year old. You're already walking. Why are you laying down, and why am I holding this bottle? Shouldn't you be holding your bottle by now? And admittedly, I was sleep deprived. But I was just like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And I just let go of the bottle. I was like, well, you're on your own. I just dropped the bottle. I said, if you want to eat, you're going to hold that bottle. He did. He literally grabbed the bottle, picked it up, and kept on drinking, which made me laugh so hard. But that's the point. Libra, I don't know that you can hold the bottle yourself, okay? I think the problem is that this past year has been so much. This tower has been so hard. Your heart has been so broken that this is kind of the energy you're sitting in, and that you don't realize it's time to drop the bottle. It's time to let go of that burden. It's time to let go of this pain. It doesn't mean that you're ever going to forget it. You're always going to have those scars to remind you, okay? Those scars healed, and that skin, when it got stitched back together, is so much stronger. It's harder to cut through a scar than it is perfect unblemished skin. Remember that, Libra. You are stronger now. But you don't have to keep carrying these burdens. This does not define you. This loss, this pain, this heartache does not define you. It's time, maybe, Libra, to lay down your burdens and find a new story. Okay? It's time to perhaps find out what is your story that you're keeping from yourself in the dark. Okay? Last card, Libra. Something that you need to know about on this journey this month. What's something Libra needs to know? Libra, 4 of Cups. It's time to stop closing your heart to love. Honestly, I really, truly believe you have pushed love away a lot this last year. Your heart has been so devastated, so hurt, so heavy this past year. The burden has been so heavy to carry that no matter who has come forward, no matter whether it's been a friend, a family member, a lover, trying to give you comfort, trying to help you, trying to tell you they understand and they support you, you'd be like, no, you do not. You do not know my pain. You do not understand my stuff, and just get away from me. So what you need to know, something that you need to know about on this journey, is that the time has come for you to allow support to come. It's time for you to transmute that pain. It's time for you to move on. I mean, rewind those words. Clear, erase, slate. I don't mean that. I don't mean move on. You see the drama llama here? See how he's carrying the man? That he's not pushing the man. He's not shoving the man. The man is riding on the drama llama. He's in control of his drama. He's taking charge of his story. He's not letting the story take charge of him. He's taking control. And that's I think the story here for you too, Libra. It's time for you to finally transmute that pain and literally grab it. Not let it swallow you whole, but take that pain, hold it out in front of you and say, I see you. How can I work with you? I don't want you to hurt me anymore. I'm really tired of carrying this pain. I'm really tired of this hurt. And now I want to know, how can we be friends? How can we work together to support me and my goals and my dreams, to help me heal, to help me move on past this, and help me discover my true hidden talents? Okay, Libra, this was a absolutely beautiful reading, and I gotta be honest, I'm very honored that I got to be the one who gave it to you. So thank you for letting me do that. Thank you for picking me today, and thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you so much, Libra, and I love you. So Libra, you have a beautiful, happy, healthy, safe rest of your Scorpio season. Y'all come on back and see me in Sagittarius season. And as always, if you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe. I love you for it. I love you. Libra, y'all come on back next month. I'll see you then. Bye.